With Masterclass, you can learn from the talents of Alicia, Miss Keys, or how to develop a poker cash game strategy with Daniel Negreanu. I know we all love our poker.
Canadian.
Yes, of course. Not tournaments. Tournaments, there's a little too much fluctuation, a little too much room for luck, but this guy teaches you the cash game. Stay disciplined, stay disciplined, stay disciplined. Or you can learn mental strength from Peloton's VP of Fitness Programming and head instructor, Robin Arson. Being the beginning of the year and we all want to be a little bit more fit, it was good to hear about resiliency from Robin and topics like overcoming mental obstacles, knowing my worth, reinventing myself, vision words, and the definition of the word swagger. I kind of hate the word swagger right now. It's overplayed. It was on Twitter. Nice move, Jay. JD's got swagger.
JD's got sweater.
I have... Hey, JD, it's cold in here, man. Keep your sweater on.
No, I only pointed that out because we could only see his sweater.
I know.
Seconds.
Well, nobody had commented on it yet. So
I have, so just ideas. Maybe we can brainstorm this a little bit. I have Jerry getting addicted to NFTs, and he starts losing sleep because he's staying up all night, like flipping pudgy penguins and stuff like that. So he just goes all in on NFTs. I have George getting catfished. And then I was trying to remember, did that ever happen in Seinfeld? I was like,
think so.
I don't think so either, but okay, so there's something there. Elaine becomes TikTok famous.
Oh, yeah.
Accidentally for her dance.
Nice. Right.
Yeah. And then I have, this one's really strange. Kramer petitions to city council to rename speed humps road boobies.
I can see that one for sure. Yeah. And
Now-
he makes progress too. You can see it.
Now, I only brought that last one up because I said this to Tass when I saw him over the holiday break. Did you ever notice they call, what do you call a road boobie?
Yeah.
What do you call it?
A speed hump in
You
Australia.
call it a speed hump. What do you call it?
I would call it a speed bump.
I call it a speed bump too, and I had never realized until I started looking at signs down here, basically since driving to JD's house to do to the Classic Factory, because I have to go over feels like 25 speed bumps, but there are signs that call them speed humps. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Humps or
definitely
bumps?
thought there were bumps. And I had to take, I'd been down here for 8 years and didn't know there were humps.
Right,
And I
you said
was
that.
jogging by a sign that said speed humps. And amazingly, my phone was able to take a photo as I was bumping along. And it took a very clear photo of the speed hump sign. So I was very proud of that. Cool story, bro.
Humps is one of those words to me that you should never see printed on a sign.
Right.
It's too naughty.
Would you rather say road boobies? What is something you found in your hotel room from the previous guest, or what is something that you've left behind? Thanks for always pumping out classics. That's from Jacob, who then writes a confused Celtics fan from Australia. So there you go. So you have an answer to this?
Yes, I have two answers actually. Do you remember when the very first time we went to Vegas, for the first 2 nighs, we stayed at the Cosmo? And then we moved to the MGM family hotel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bit of a downgrade.
Yeah, it was. And when we get to the Cosmo, every time you walk in, it's like you're walking into a bachelor or bachelorette party. There's just people, no matter
It's a
what,
scene.
what time of the day it was and that. And I thought, okay, this is not a bad vibe. I get in my room, first day in Vegas, I'm unpacking. I look under the, something catches my under the bed. An open condom wrapper, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is gross,
Just
the
wrapper,
just the wrapper, yeah, not the actual condom, which was better, I guess, but just
yeah, I think so.
I mean, how fresh is that? Anyway, so I was actually okay to move because I was like, get us out of this place, this I don't know. Anyway,
but I also found a condom at at the Cosmo. Condom at the Cosmo. I only found the innards.
Oh,
not the wrapper.
Yeah, that's
not
way
the
I
wrapper.
wondered if our rooms,
it was the brand.
yeah, or if some, they connected and they were like, come up to my room, bring a condom, and he
So
did.
what? So he put it on. So you're hold on, let's talk this out. You want to say that at one point someone was in your room at the Cosmo, got a call to go to another room, bring a condom. That person decided, well, let me open this up, throws the wrapper under your bed, I guess puts the condom on, goes to church,
I don't think he put it on pre. I think he just got it out of the package.
put it on like a hat, brought it up. Hey, you asked for this? Wow.
You know, if Steve and Steph, Kerr and Curry are saying, Steve and Steph, Kerr and Curry. I never really thought of their really close names. Both
I think about it all the time
Yeah,
because
me
my
too.
dad's name is Steve Kirby.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah. If they're sort
Is he a
of
shooter?
Nah. He likes to shoot a pull-up 3 like Steph Curry does, but
Respect.
the percentages aren't there.
I mean, he's old school. He's probably mid-range in.
Yeah, exactly right. For him, it's like a special treat to take a pull-up 3.
But what would you say your dad's best basketball skill is? Is it passing? Is it defense? Is it shooting? I guess it could
Flopping.
Oh, man.
He's a big flopper.
Wow.
Big flopper dopper. The man taught me how to take a charge before he taught me how to shoot a hook shot. Number 2 is
No wonder
passing.
you hate defense so much.
Yeah, it's
Scarred. Scarred from having to do charge drills. with your dad.
Yeah. They showed that clip of Dirk and Holger walking on the benches, and they're like taking one step up, one step down. My dad and me used to do that as well, but it was just him throwing his shoulder into me, and I had to flop as much as I could. 6th grade, I had a referee tell me, you flop like that again, I'm giving you a technical. 6th grade. Flopped in the second half, though.
Got the call.
Yeah, we're going the other way.
Amazing.
Name a time you totally redeemed yourself after initially screwing up. Skeets.
I found this so difficult to answer.
Could be minuscule. You could have.
Well, my answer is very minuscule.
All right.
Nora once told me, hey, can you go buy me some cilantro?
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, no problem. And instead, I screwed up and I bought the flat-leaved parsley. They look very similar.
Quite similar.
Very, very similar.
Sure.
And I came home and I said, here you go, here's your cilantro. And she said, that's not cilantro, you dummy, that's parsley. And I'm like, oh my God, I thought, I always forget there's 2 parsleys. There's the
Italian parsley?
yes, thank you.
Curly parsley.
Curly is what I was looking for. That was the word I was looking for. And then there's this flat leaf parsley. So to redeem myself,
what'd you do?
I whipped up a nice chimichurri.
That's yeah.
Right? Paired perfectly with a slow roasted John salmon.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
That's a mistake worth making then, really. Yeah.
Listen, we ask our significant others to help us out with these questions every week.
Yeah.
I think Nora would have came up with that pretty quick because you're not a big cooker. If you made a chimichurri, I think that would be a pretty notable event in your
No,
household.
see, what I had to do here was to pull
Lie?
the old Tasmelis and just lie. I
It
didn't make a chimichurri.
It felt like a lie. Very nice.
I couldn't think of an answer. I had to make up one like you do half the time. I hate that.
Hey man, you know how I feel answering these dumb questions forever.
So when I got serious with my wife, Roxana, back in 2006, I retired from video games. I said, that's it. No more video games. I'm off the video game wagon.
I'm a man now.
Here we are, though. Fast forward for 15 or 16 years, and Santa Claus dropped a Nintendo Switch in the house.
Oh, God.
With the boys. A couple of games. There's Mario, of course, there. Pac-Man made it. Minecraft. And FIFA 22 came on there. So Christmas Day, FIFA 20. The boys are playing, their games, and I'm like, oh, we've got FIFA. So Mum was like, I'll buy something for Dad here. Do you know, I felt like about 1,000 years old on Christmas Day, because when we got the Atari 2600 back in 1986, you plug it in, you put a game, you put Space Invaders on, and bang, you're away.
Of course.
The FIFA these days, the league, the teams, the uniforms, the formation, the commentary, the wet. I'm just like, isn't there a button that's just like, boom, just play?
Play.
Yeah. And you've got to set it up. You've got to sign into
update usually, didn't you? Have to, download
yeah, exactly. We had to update. I was like, I just opened it. What am I updating here? But you have to sign up for everything. So my boys have got cousins in Australia, and you can play with each other over.
Yeah, so well aware.
Yeah, right. I sort of knew that, but I wasn't sure until it happened. I'm on the phone to my brother, like, what's his login? What's my log? His is like poop fart 66. I'm not serious. And he said, yeah, but it's poop with 3 O's, and I'm looking for it, and I'm trying to connect. I couldn't do it. And I'm just like, this is crazy, man. Just give me the Atari back. It was way more fun to play that, but we started to get back into it now, so I'm trying to get my teams going.
Isn't there a quick start for like exhibition?
I don't know. I couldn't find it. I was pressing so many buttons, and I'm like, how much more do I have to do before I can just play? You know? Crazy stuff, man.
All right, Trey, what's the time? You restarted something from square one.
We sound old a lot. Oh my God. We have never sounded older than that rant from you.
Old men yelling at clouds. That's what this segment should be called.
Definitely introducing you on Monday, though, as Poop Fart 46.
3 O's, please.
Did y'all make New Year's resolutions?
I did. Yeah.
Hit the bike.
Yes, sir. Hit the
So you're sticking to them.
No, I made them, but I'm not sticking to them.
That's too bad. One of mine, though, was to talk about erectile dysfunction with some of my closest friends while sitting around a ping pong table in a garage. Very specific resolution, but it's nice to finally check it off my list. And it's all thanks to Roman, because when the moment for intimacy arrives, Lee,
You want to call up one of your buds and
you don't want to be giggling.
No, it's true.
You do not want to be laughing when the moment arrives. You want to be Roman ready.
Lee, I sort of look like, well, let's be honest. In this helmet, I look like a penis head.
Yeah.
So I will now reenact my man Trey taking Roman, okay?
Yeah, here we go. Here we go.
Gulp, gulp, gulp.
He's up. He's risen. Yeah.
This man is Roman ready.
I'm glad the water just went in and not out. Good.
Oh, I should have spit it out. Very funny. So that is the question. Does Red Panda deserve to be in the Basketball Hall of Fame? And this is from someone that just wants to be referred to as Panda Fan. You think it's Red Panda himself?
I think it's Red Panda. Of course it is.
It
Yeah.
could be. But Tass, do you think there's a well-argued point here from Panda Fan about Red Panda?
You damn straight it is. And I edited it because I wanted to sell everybody here on the fact that Red Panda deserves to be in the hall, just like Panda Fan. Yeah, we can tell you're a Panda Fan. We can tell. You didn't want your real name in there? Just call me Panda Fan. Well, Panda Fan, you got it. She goes back to 1993. It feels like we've been talking about Panda Fan forever.
Red Panda or Panda Fan?
Panda Fan, I mean Red Panda, sorry.
Might be the same person.
It is totally possible. But Red Panda has been killing it for years. We've been talking about her. She is number one. She should be in the hall. That being said, I think it's time to pass the torch. Red Panda, she had it. She faded away. She retired for a bit. She came back.
Yep.
I watched Christian and Scooby last night.
Oh!
In Memphis.
Yep.
Christian, killing it. It's time to pass the torch to Christian, because I was watching it with Danielle, and she said, "Where's the dog?" Because Christian was doing his solo act, and I said, "Appreciate what he's doing right now." He was in pure handstand, double handstand. He's got those sort of those bars that come up where he just throws them down, and then he threw out the one, and he goes on a one-hand handstand, and then he was flying back and forth, left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand, while vertically up in the air. It's incredible what he's doing right now. Now, it's not just an acrobat. Like, I guess that's just not enough to get you in the hall, I'm saying. You know, just the physical feats. You need something else. You need the bowls like Red Panda. You need the dog, and that's when the dog came out. And
you know what Joel Myers says? Every halftime act needs a dog.
Yeah, Joel Myers was on the call in Memphis.
I think Tass is going to send it in an email. Christian Fan. Right name. Christian's underrated, man.
Yes.
Everybody wants to see Scooby. Christian's out there balancing like crazy. My girls like to play Christian and Scooby around the house. One of them's balancing, the other's like crawling around whooping. It's awesome. I say put them all in the Hall of Fame. Red Panda, her bowls, Christian, Scooby, Percy, that guy who shoved himself through a toilet seat cover, the toilet seat cover, quick change, all of his costumes. Throw them all in, because the more weirdos that are in, the better chance we have. Am I right, Lee? The only guy I haven't got a fist pound from yet. There we go.
Have you ever been on TV for something you're proud of other than NBA related reasons? Love your show. That's from Josh, all the way over in London, England. So Lee, what do you have for this? I'm sure you got a great story.
Well, there's 3 answers. One is basketball related, so I'll leave that if you want it. I can give it to you later on. But the other 2 actually happened in London.
Okay.
And the first one, it was like I'd been at a bar and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning in summer, and I came out and someone just shoved a TV camera in my face, and this lady just started asking me questions. I was boozing, just great. I want to be on
3 in the morning.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
It was a late
Super
night.
late.
And so in England, in London, before Uber, they have these things called mini cabs, right? Where you would just basically hail one off the street and then you negotiate a fee to where you're going. It's a way of, you're getting home at night. It's like, all right, I'm going here. I'll give you 10 quid if you take me here. A little bit of back and forth. I think they're sort of illegal, but they weren't. Because it was like you could anywhere on the street, especially in the city, you would find them on weekends.
So how is it not like a cab? I mean, it sounds exactly...
Well, there's no fare, there's no meter. It's just...
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah,
I see.
So you say, listen, I'm going here, man, and he sort of
It's cab rides after dark.
Yeah, it is.
Right,
It is. And so this feature was on, do you think this is a good, safe way to get around the city?
Sure.
Buses can be a bit inconsistent. Taxis hard to get and expensive. And so I remember this, but I never saw it on TV. But then like 3 or 4 months later, a couple of people from work were like, hey, I saw you on this documentary the other day about minicabs and safety in the city and stuff like that. And I'm like, what? And then it started coming back to me. And I said, what was I saying? They said, you were just like, you were just like, yeah, they're great. I love them. You can start to, and I really got into it. And then a couple of guys I played cricket with were also like, were you on TV the other day? And I was like, apparently so. And this was before I just had an old TV. I couldn't record it. There was no you couldn't go in and sort of find. I don't even remember what show it was on or when it was on, but a few other people saw it. So that was one time. It was great.
Right. So you're just off your face.
Yeah, just boozed, and that's the best time to get people is when they come out of a club. Because sure, why not?
Yeah,
why not? So that was great. And then in 2008, just before the Democratic Hillary versus Barack Obama, they were doing a feature in
Convention.
London.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was
primary
like,
debate. Yeah.
what do you know about Barack Obama? And I was just walking along the street. I'm pretty sure it was on CNN. I don't know if it went on TV, but it went on their website. This lady just came up and said, we're doing a feature on the US election. Do you want to be on it? And I was like, yeah, okay, sure. And so she was like, all right, it's all about Barack Obama. Do you know, and she asked me all these questions about Obama, like, what state does he represent? Where's he from? What party is he? Do you know about his background or anything like that?
Testing your knowledge?
Oh, yeah. And we were talking for ages. And I, for some reason, I knew he was a basketball and a Bulls fan. So I was able to I said, I think he might be from Illinois. I would say he's probably Illinois because he's a Chicago fan. And anyway, so they asked me all these questions. I was going for like 10 minutes. And then a few days later, I saw it on the website, and I was the thumbnail. Like, it was me as the thumbnail.
So this exists. This is out somewhere.
Yeah, I was actually looking for it this morning. I mean, it was from 2008. It was July. So 14 years ago. I don't know if it would still be up or not. But yeah, it's me wearing a Superman.
I wonder if it's still doing clicks.
I was wearing a blue Superman shirt, and I was the thumbnail. It was great.
I'm gonna say 2008. Those were the days of auto-generated thumbnails. I don't think they were uploading.
I don't know. I used to be able to upload stuff to a platform. You could always pick that thumbnail. So,
was that? You said you had 3 stories.
well,
what's
so
the third one?
the other
We
one
got
is
fire right now.
the other one is a basketball story
cares?
because I was in London and I had a hot date and I was going to Philadelphia for
I thought
Valentine's
you were going to
Day.
say hot dog for some reason.
And I
hot dog.
couldn't buy tickets online for some reason for the Sixers and Magic game. I don't know why. I can't remember why. But anyway, so I went to the Sixers website and I found whoever was the GM. And I emailed him and said, hey, I'm coming to Philadelphia for Valentine's Day. I can't get tickets. Can you help me out? I'm not looking for freebies. I wasn't scouting for freebies. Anyway, he said, yeah, here you go. And I paid for them. So I'm at the game. I'm there. I'm wearing a red Allen Iverson shirt. I've got a The Answer sweatband on.
So hold on. Hot date in Philadelphia?
Yeah, well, it's a long story. Well, that's irrelevant to the story. But
all right,
anyway.
I was just confused. You're flying across the... Okay,
Yeah, hold on.
go
You
ahead.
said you were in London.
Yeah.
You're flying to Philadelphia to watch the Magic play the Sixers.
Yeah.
You emailed the Magic GM.
No, the Sixers
GM.
Yeah.
No, you dummy.
Yeah.
And then they didn't give you tickets. You still had to buy them.
I bought them. They I gave them my credit card. Anyway, so I'm there watching the game, and it was a nationally TV broadcast game. And I look, and I saw Dee Lynam, and she was looking at me, and she had a microphone in her hand. And
Oh,
I'm
wait,
like,
have we heard this story?
Yeah, because we actually tried to find this clip. But because it was a national game, I was on the local broadcast, so it was never actually, we couldn't find it.
Right.
So Dee Lynam came over, and I was chatting with Dee Lynam. I was on the Sixers local broadcast. Valentine's Day, 2003.
Had you traveled with the Answer sweatband, and like you just happened to be going to a Sixers game?
No, I picked that up in the NBA store in New York City, like 2002 or something like that. You know.
Wait, so you didn't get it on that trip?
No,
you were traveling with it. You're like, I might need this.
I thought, I'm going to the Sixers game. I'm wearing my sweatband.
Nice.
And I had the Iverson 5s, I think 4 or 5s, you know, the black and grey ones that I love. Me and Rhino Settons love those ones.
Yeah.
Was your
ones.
your hot date impressed? With your attire?
She loved Allen Iverson, so it was
You got
like,
on TV. She better be impressed.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. I don't actually think we we must have been on the local Sixers, but again, national game, so I'm not sure.
But why were you being interviewed?
Because I think the GM or whoever I spoke to was like, "Hey, go and find out this guy and have a talk to him."
No way.
Well, she
No.
came up to me. Dee came up to me and was like, "Are you Lee?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Are you the guy?
Yeah.
Are you the random guy that's been emailing our GM?
Yeah.
I guess that is a little weird.
Yeah.
All right, our next headline from ESPN. Never heard of it?
Mm-hmm.
Sources. Ben Simmons' agent meets with the 76ers, but sides no closer to resolution. Now, I put this in our doc, and we usually have a little spot for like, oh, I'll answer this first. You know, Cass will put his name, Trey will put his name, Lee will put his name. One of you wise asses put fuck. So was that you?
Yeah.
Lee?
Well, look, you know, in the pick and payoff, if you're last, sometimes you're forced to swerve. You just are, you know?
Right.
It's the same with the answer first. You look at the little lead-ins, and you're like, Trey's got that one. I go, Tass has got that one. You're joking. I've got the Simmons one again. I was taking my kids to school.
Oh, you weren't in the doc.
Sometimes, because I like to...
I had that in early this morning, too.
Yeah, but you've got to...
I don't think your kids go to school at 6:45.
Well, we're having breakfast. We're getting ready. I mean, it's not like you wake up and you're out the door, you know? There's a whole
Were you
routine.
eating beans for breakfast?
No, not me.
No?
No.
Egg
Oatmeal.
beans?
But, you know, so you look at it and you just think, I saw it all yesterday. Nothing happened. No, they may as well have just got up and said they had lunch. And that was it. Because, I tweeted. I said, who pays for lunch in that situation? I'm saying it was like this. I think Ben Simmons said to Rich, like, what's going on, man? Have you spoken to anyone? No, I haven't spoken. Can you just go and like meet up with Daryl and Elton and see what's going on? I think Rich calls up Daryl and says, can we get together and talk about things? And Daryl said, if you want, there's nothing going on our end. Let's just go and have lunch and talk it out man to man. Let's try to find a solution. And Daryl said, all right, let's just go to a great restaurant. He's inviting us. Therefore, the bill is his.
Oh, you think Rich Paul is paying?
Rich Paul has to be paid.
Why don't they just pay for their own meal?
No one does that. No one does that. You go out for a meal, it's like, okay, I'll get the check. So unless it comes out of the escrow. They're not paying Simmons right now. Do you think Rich and Daryl and Elton just said, you want to just take it out of that? I mean, why not? So then Rich calls up, Ben calls up Rich and says, how'd it go? Well, I got bad news and even worse news.
Right.
The bad news is you're not being traded. The even worse is you had to pay for lunch.
Okay.
That's all I want to say because there's nothing news to report, so I try to make something a little bit funny out of it.
Okay. You nailed it. Where are you going, Lee? Best moment.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think Kevin Durant regrets not going to the Nets?
The Big Bug video. Oh my god.
First game of the season. We had Cuomo. We had De Blasio. It was
Come on, that's got to get a fist bump.
Nice. Bing bong video.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just the whole game. Double overtime game. Great stuff. And then the Knicks fans just bringing it afterwards. And then they had another incredible game against the Celtics. Coming back from 24 down, RJ Barrett hitting the banked-in game winner. So there's been some great moments, but I think we got off to a great start there with that video, that game, and fans back in the garden and everything. It was great.
Okay. Wow, I didn't think of that one either. You guys are bringing it here. These are awesome.
So I don't have a tweet, and when I go into panic mode, what I normally do is I'll go into our potential drops channel in Slack. Now this is where you guys will drop potential cold opens for the show. Now today we had an incredible one, the swim guy, and that came courtesy of a person named Cole Ram, and that was a perfect cold open. Like, it had everything. It was funny. It wasn't too long, but it was long, but in a good way. It was like, this is getting long, but now it's funny because it's so long. Yep. So I just wanted to I don't have a tweet, but I do have maybe a new segment where we call it like rejected cold opens, okay? Now, Lee submitted this one, and I almost hesitate to put this on the show. And you know what? I'm not even going to describe it. So, Lee, I'm going to put you on the spot, and I want you to describe what's happening, and then we can discuss why this isn't the best choice for a cold open.
I'm intrigued.
All right?
I forget what this one is.
All right, well, here it comes. Here it comes. So... talk us through this, Lee, please.
Tell the listener what's happening.
This one came through a...
All right,
dead air, Lee, come on.
It came through a group WhatsApp chat. I actually put it through, not seriously thinking JD would put it up.
Did you want to explain it? Try to.
It's just a game. You're going to sit around and play with your friends. Maybe we should...
Go over the table.
It's like...
maybe pick 'em payoff.
It's like, what's the best way to describe that, JD? As if two people were playing Hungry Hungry Hippos.
Yeah.
They're jerking off.
Yeah.
It's like,
The hippos, I guess.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chizzy for that one. He sent that in the WhatsApp
His name
chat.
is
Chizzy sent you that?
That was shocking.
Wow, that is a chef's kiss on brand from Chizzy.
You guys have met Chizzy. He was in the studio one time. Him and Foxy came in.
You know a guy named Chizzy and Skeets.
Yeah,
Chizzy.
Chizzy versus
It's after
Skeets.
10 a.m. so we can say whatever the hell we want.
Chizzy's claim to fame is that he thinks the best night ever to pick up girls is Christmas Eve because no girl wants to wake up on Christmas Day alone.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, Chizzy.
That is so stupid.
That's Chizzy's theory. He's pulled once
You're
in
a
his
little
life.
early
on
there.
Christmas Eve.
A Christmas Day alone?
Oh, you want to hear some Chizzy stuff? That's like scratching the surface of Chizzy.
It sounds like Chizzy doesn't want to wake up alone on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
wait
Big
7
time.
days until the universal day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Great stuff, JD. Didn't have
Rejected
to-
cold opens is a keeper
Yeah,
for
we
sure.
got it. Yeah.
But now, do you know the shit we're going to be putting in that Slack channel?
That's fine. It's fine. More content. I need more. I'm always struggling. I'm struggling always.
Would you rather be stuck in Jurassic Park or Hunger Games?
Well, this caused a massive fight in our house last night. Yeah, because same thing as Trey was talking about earlier. Slack, whatever.
That was good.
This is likely tweet of the night.
Yep.
Would you rather be stuck in Jurassic Park or Hunger Games? And I looked at the responses to the tweet, and unanimous Jurassic Park.
A lot of Jurassic Park folks.
Unanimous in this house, Jurassic Park. But I'm Hunger Games, 100%.
Okay, why?
Because Jurassic Park has thousands of dinosaurs on it.
Yeah.
23 teenagers I'd have to take out to get out of the Hunger Games.
You like your chances.
Yeah. I mean, factor in the game makers or whatever. You know, they're throwing fire at you and raining blood and tracker jackers or whatever the hell they're called. But velociraptors? No. No, I don't want to be on Jurassic Park. That's a no-brainer for me, and I think I'm way in the minority, but I don't know.
Well, it's funny you said that. A lot of the Wizards players were agreeing with you.
Oh, okay.
So they were actually picking Hunger Games a lot in the clip, but there were some votes for Jurassic Park. What about you, Lee? You agree with JD?
JD sounds like a dinosaur up there. I'm going with JP all the way.
Wow.
I think Jurassic Park would be fascinating to visit.
Oh my God. Fascinating.
Go on.
Well, you've got creatures millions of years old. I mean, it'd be, are you going Cretaceous period or are you going, what's that other period?
About Paleolithic, of course. Jurassic period, I think, is one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping on the pterodactyls you can go flying on the back of them and just hanging out with the stegosaurus.
Sorry, have you seen the movie?
They don't hang out.
Yeah, there's no hanging out and flying on pterodactyls.
I'm assuming though it's been catered so that you can actually do that sort of stuff these days. So
so you think it's like
it's a
this
theme
is
park.
classic you. Like you're like, oh yeah, I'll go to Jurassic Park. Why not? What could go wrong, right?
Everything could go wrong.
Yeah, but it'd be fun just to be around those animals, wouldn't it?
So you think that outweighs just being around them, whether or not they actually kill you in the end, is better than being hunted in the Hunger Games, which is fair.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Tass, what do you think?
The question is dinos versus humans.
That's right.
That's what it comes down to.
Right.
Yeah, I'm battling a human. 100%. I'm doing the Hunger Games. Of course, I would put it on for my district, no doubt.
Put it all for my district.
Put it on for my district. Yes, I would be a tribute, and I would absolutely go nuts out there. As in, I would lose my mind.
Oh, okay.
Which, of course, you're going to lose your mind out there. I'd lose my mind in Jurassic Park. I'd lose my mind on Survivor, but that's a positive because I am going to murder people. I mean, that's the game. I guess that's what you have to do.
Just playing the game.
Those are the rules.
I'm not going to be a Tony Vlahos and hang out in a tree. I'm going to kill. I mean, sometimes
So
you
you're
got to get your rest.
aggressive, yeah. Okay.
Sometimes you need your rest, I guess, and hang out in a tree. But I think, I just don't want to be eaten by a dino. And dinos are going to eat me. I'm not going to
all
defeat a
of them,
dino.
though. There's enough.
Wow, that's it. That's a good point.
Herbivores out there. Just stay close to them.
Right.
Stay close to your
What's your favorite
stegosaurus.
dinosaur?
Yeah, the Steggy's up there. I like the Ankyla. I like the Ankylosaurus because the Ankylosaurus, as our
What
boys.
the hell is that one?
Yeah, it's a new one, isn't it? Yeah, it wasn't around when we were kids.
What are you
It's
talking
big.
about?
It's got big plated back, and it's got a big tail with a big round
I
thing.
thought
and
that was
spike.
the Stegosaurus.
No. The Stegosaurus has got the plates like
Oh, okay,
the
these are
spine.
different.
Yeah. The Ankylosaurus though, it's tough because if a T-Rex comes after it, it's like a T-Rex is biting through all those plates so it can defend itself.
So they just found a new one.
They're finding dinosaurs. Honestly, they found another one 3 weeks ago. It was a massive one. I'm like, how did they skip over that? I mean, it's incredible.
Doesn't it make you think a little bit that big dinos people aren't buying dino figures like they used to. Let's just make up a new one. Introduce a new character.
Yeah. Well. So I always thought the Brontosaurus was the biggest. But now there is the Argentinosaurus, which is even. I know, never even heard of it.
What is going on?
I know. Well, sorry. Yeah. But that's it's funny because I've actually got a dinosaur book from when I was a kid, and now we have dinosaur books for our own kids, and I'm like, oh man, they've found stuff in the last 30 years that didn't exist. So
all right. Okay, so what's your answer?
How long do you have to survive?
Yeah, it does say stuck. I mean, I guess it's
one night. That's what it is. How long are they there in Jurassic Park?
I would say you're stuck more than a night.
Well, yeah.
Let's go.
In the original, there is one night, I believe.
Yeah.
Oops. Yeah.
Easy. Don't take a shit. That's how you die in Jurassic Park. All right, there's a guy on the toilet.
Shit smeller.
Clop! If you can hold it for 24 hours, you're good.
Yeah, I guess in What was the last one? The last Jurassic Park. He pours the gasoline over him so that.
Hold
they
on,
can't
I haven't seen it. So spoilers.
Yeah, it starts off all right, but at the end it's a bit crazy.
See, that's what you're thinking. Like,
Yeah.
isn't there's one of the Jurassic Park or worlds or whatever where he's like taming.
Well, that's the most recent one, which is
Jurassic
at least-
World,
Yeah,
right?
That's
5
World.
years ago now.
What's that? Is that a Chris? That's a Chris.
That's a Pratt. That's a
Pratt.
Pratt.
Yeah, it also is a
Pratt
Pratt.
joint.
And Ron Howard's daughter is the lead lady
Bryce
in that.
Dallas, have some respect.
That's right. I couldn't remember her name. Dallas Bryce or Bryce Dallas. But in the end, it's like she goes. Oh, I'm going to spoil it. Who cares? She goes.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm not going to watch.
She goes to the bullpen to get out the T-Rex to come and save them. She's directing it like it's an aeroplane. It's like, all right, come on, you lost me there. Because they create their own dinosaur in that one, which is a fine idea. But then
Is it?
Well, sure, they're running out of ideas. Anyway, it's like then this dinosaur turns on them. It hangs out with the velociraptors, and they start communicating with each other and all this. And then it's like, we need the T-Rex, and it's like he does come trudging out, and it's like, all right, he saved the day. So I love the idea of Jurassic Park. I mean, the first one was great, but it just sort of,
So did the scientists.
Yeah.
They love the idea of it, but it didn't work out.
yeah.
I mean, Jurassic Park 3. At that one, in that one, you have like a gymnast beating up a
Yeah,
dinosaur with like cool kicks. And stuff. Like,
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah, I
lost
mean,
me.
in Jurassic World, you've got the two teenagers driving around in one of those pods, just dodging,
Oh, yeah.
it's like everyone else just getting stomped and crushed. They're just like evading it.
They play video games.
Yeah. So,
All right. Sorry to spoil Jurassic World.
it's one of those good spoils where people are like, if they were on the fence, they're like, all right, I'm probably not.
No,
gonna...
on the fence. That's the first one.
On our road trip, we saw a bunch of lawyer billboards from the likes of Morris Bart, Mama Justice, and Alexander Shunara. Then on the show, we brainstormed some NBA ideas for lawyer billboards. But my question, if you were a lawyer and you had a billboard, what would you have for a tagline, Skeets?
No need to overthink this one. Car crash on the streets, call J.E. Skeets.
Perfect.
Done.
I'm dialing.
Yep.
Lee. I mean, JD.
Yeah, sex sells, as you know. So I'm going sexy with it. And I'm going to change my name, just like Saul Goodman,
Yeah.
So my name's going to be Abe Sexman.
Okay.
And it's really, I'm also not overthinking it. It's Abe Sexman. I'll get you off.
Oh, that's good. Wow. 1-800-SEX-MAN. 2 N's.
I think you could probably actually call that number and get an answer.
I think you're right.
Careful.
Lee, what you got?
Yeah, so if you're driving around on the freeway, sometimes you need like more than one billboard to get your message across.
Right.
So I've got 2 billboards. My first one is just you got someone to sue, and then 5 minutes down the road, call Lee.
Jesus, man, why didn't you guys tell me you're doing graphics for these? I should have done one.
That'll do.
Oh, that's good.
Look at that photo.
Awesome. That reminds me, that photo. Have you ever seen the? I love these guys, but there's a great Nate Duncan, Danny Levine pic where they're playing basketball and passing. You got the vibes of that pic right there. Strutting around. Oh, jeez.
You really nailed the throw your jacket over your shoulder pose. Perfectly timed, in stride and everything.
Come on, leave that up too.
Fellas, what were you like as a 16-year-old? Skeets?
Well, you can actually throw this on a billboard. It's a tagline. I was small in size, large in clothes. I was not very big when I was 16 still. I guess I was just hitting my very tiny growth spurt, but man, I was wearing some baggy clothes.
Some big
Just
clothes.
big old jeans, big old shirts. Big old bucket hats. I think I went through a weird goggles phase at one point. Wow. Probably had to do with the Backstreet Boys or some shit like that. Yeah.
Goggles.
So, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that's mine. Jeez.
Yeah, very hard to answer this question because I kind of don't remember, but insufferable comes to mind, like the word insufferable probably. But I went looking at some pictures just to sort of jog my memory, and I came up with a couple here. I'm going to just put them up.
Oh, yes.
I think basically I was into denim. That's me on the left there. Jean jacket on top. Jeans below.
What year is this photo?
This would have
from?
been 87.
This looks like it's
Why
from
is
the
it black and white?
1930s.
Yeah, we were. This was in Paris, France. We were on a high school trip, and
it's
I'm
an
talking to
artsy
my
photo.
man Jesse McNelly. There, we are denim bros through and through.
Cool.
There's me.
Oh, look at
Wow.
you! Look like you are in a band.
Yeah.
Like an 80s,
Yeah.
English sort of punk band. Or I guess,
Yeah, Flock of Seagulls.
Yeah,
maybe a
that's
little.
it, that's it.
There's my man Miguel. Almost the exact same jacket, I think.
Yeah.
And then this is the insufferable part. So that's me. It's 16, 17. I'm not sure exactly when, but this is like late 80s. So, yeah.
Well, here is our high school team. We finished runners-up when I was 16. There's
State runners up.
yeah. I don't know why I've got a watch on in the photo.
Leather tie.
Yeah, it looks like you're on a track team.
And I'm
you're
not sure I'm
tracking
wearing-
Yeah,
yourself.
this does not look like a basketball team to
Yeah.
me.
Not sure I'm wearing, baggy shorts. Well, it didn't make it to my house anyway. I feel a few of my teammates have got the long shorts.
Your buddy's got the spandex on.
Yeah,
next to you there.
yeah, that's Macca.
Yeah, looking at this picture, I'm surprised you're not a bigger John Stockton fan.
Holy crap.
Short shorts or no shorts at all.
I
They're
think short
barely
yeah.
there.
What? Hold on. Okay. Number 34. You said Macker there in the spandex?
That's Macca, yeah.
Look at his neck.
Yeah.
This guy's pulling a truck.
Yeah, he's a big boy,
He's
Macca.
got a weightlifting belt under his shirt there. He just came from lifting weights.
Holy, look at his lats.
Yeah. Yeah.
And number 3, speaking of 3, you said 3 free gifts. I've got the third ad in a break here. That's rough. How am I going to
My
stand out?
mind's wandering.
Yeah, how? Well, I really got to bring it, and I want to test the vocal acoustics here in the new studio, so sorry about this. Grammarly.
Grammarly. Grammarly.
Oh, Grammarly. Oh, Grammarly. You got me writing and revising Grammarly. Grammarly. Yeah.
Wow.
Well done, everybody. Best third ad in a break ever. Grammarly Premium.
Call it there. All right, our next game. Let's get to Vucci Baby and the Bulls withstanding a late Thunder rally to win 111-110. They pulled it out, Trey.
All I can say is, ask any racer, any real racer. Doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning.
Yeah, baby.
Not a convincing one for the Bulls last night, though. I will say, but after losing 6 of 8, including a bad one against the Magic this week, a much-needed win. Kind of a tale of two halves and kind of a tale of 3 quarters and 1 really bad quarter. The Bulls built a huge lead, got out to a 28-point advantage in the third quarter, and then kind of thought the game was over. The Thunder pressure picked up. They started trapping. They started playing full court, and the Bulls honestly just pooped their pants a little bit.
Do you think Vin Diesel's ever pooped his pants?
Oh, guaranteed.
I think so, too.
Yeah, once you hit the nos.
Anything to add to the Bulls Thunder game?
I absolutely want to add to that NOS evacuation there. So, is it just the force that caused the poop? You think it's just
Yeah.
It's just he had no control. You're saying it wasn't. He wasn't nervous. It's just it was just hitting.
He's
Mach,
never nervous.
Mach
Never
3.
nervous.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, he's never been nervous. Okay. In any of the Fast 10s, he's never.
Okay, in Fast 5, when they're driving on the bridge, there's a time when the bridge collapses and he floors it to go under the bridge, and he barely makes it, and he's like,
Oh, yeah.
the one time he's looked rattled. like 30 hours of movie. One time he was worried. So that's probably honestly what happened.
The one time.
Do you have any sort of dumb superstitions that you believe in, either sports related or not?
I wear this hat after every time the Bulls win, and I'm not going to get a new hat until they win their 7th championship.
Wow.
Could be 20 years.
Now,
Who knows?
will you wash a hat?
Wash a hat?
I don't know.
What am I? You're crazy, man. You think I put my socks on the wrong feet and wash my hats? Are you kidding? Wash a hat?
You think I wear my hat on my ass?
Yeah.
No, man, I want this thing to be filthy.
Yeah.
Poro style is what I call it.
Like sweat things.
Oh yeah,
thing.
I wear it for every time I'm doing yard work around the house. I try to get a nice sweat ring on it. I do regret my little. I got a little smudge here.
Yeah.
I think it was from that Georgia clay. You know. Just gave a little tip.
You saw a neighbor?
Oh no! I smudged my hat. I gotta wash it now.
Couldn't dig a hole into that Georgia clay. Well, respect, Georgia clay. Tip of the hat to you. Yeah, that's
All right, so that's
a good one. Don't wash a hat. I agree. One of the weirdest things to purchase is one of those hat tumblers. Like you put a hat in a tumbler and then throw it in the washing machine,
don't need to.
or with shoes. Don't wash a hat.
I wash a hat.
Me too.
Yeah,
I
It
wash.
changes its shape.
I mean, I want that. I want the shape to be like flat. My problem with wearing a hat is it's too high all the time on my tiny Lego head.
Gotcha.
Shout out to Lee. Hope you're watching.
Also, low key, the scalp is one of my least favorite smells. Like a dirty scalp, I hate it.
I'm
Smells like
weird
mung
about it.
beans.
It does smell like mung beans. You're right.
I know what you're thinking. These eggs have a distinct scalp smell. No, they don't.
Stop smelling your scalp, JD. I know you have a sensitive nose, JD, but
I do.
does it get all the way to your hairline? I find my nose smelling things below me rather than above.
Yeah, but if I sniff my hat, I'm smelling my own scalp.
Yeah,
That's the
it's
problem.
a bad smell. You're
It's
right.
not good. It's
Okay, so you
Not a
wash it.
hat sniffer. Smelling a hat. This guy's a hat sniffer.
I
Just
sniff everything I put near my head. I sniff. Like if I'm eating something, I will sniff it 100% of the time. 100% of the time, I sniff.
Wow.
Whatever's going into my mouth.
Your glasses?
Occasionally, yes. Yes.
One thing about John Morant, we talked about the Rising Stars Challenge, the tweaks to Friday night. Us geeks are, looking forward to Friday
Sure.
night for once. John Morant can bless us with the skills challenge participation.
Fuck off, Tess.
Why?
You can't be serious.
Why?
The skills challenge?
No, it's the worst part of Saturday
Yeah,
night.
and he's gonna bless us by going in it and winning it.
Well, go in. Is there a cooler player on the dribble this year?
So
No.
let's take the coolest player in the league and put him in the least cool event of all time, and even see if he can save it. I guess, yeah.
Well, no one else can save it.
Yeah.
He's gonna be in the All-Star game.
Yeah.
They're gonna force the skills challenge on us. There's a sponsor. I don't know if it's Taco Bell or
It's
whoever.
usually Taco Bell, yeah.
Maybe it's Mountain Dew doing the do. I guess that's a 3-ball competition because there's a Mountain Dew spot out there. But he'll go behind the back in the skills challenge. Skeets.
Okay.
He'll let the ball go in front of him. He'll have his back to the bucket and hit the layup that way.
Yeah, okay.
He'll be
you've
fancy out
convinced me.
there. I mean,
Only
who
John
else would
Morant
you-
can save the skills challenge.
You want to see Patrick Beverly again, or do you want to see John
don't really
Morant?
see it
You're
at
gonna
all.
be watching it. I know you're
I'm
gonna be watching it.
Of course I am. We
No
did
offense,
2
man.
shows once on horse. 2 podcasts we did on horse.
Damn, dark times.
We knew every nook and cranny of Mike Conley's personal gym. We were looking at the mural, for crying out loud. When you're in theory wearing shorts,
Yes,
then the stance logo's on the outside.
that's when you're gonna see it more. I'm not gonna see the inside of your ankle more.
Wow,
I mean,
look at this guy.
Props.
All right, so let's show it off here. This
It's a
is
basketball sock.
for everybody listening
this
to the
is an NBA
podcast. Trey
basketball
is showing
sock
us a
right now.
bunch of stance socks.
As you can see, standard sock on the outside, NBA logo, inside ankle,
Okay,
stance logo.
okay,
All right.
because you're not going to see it really. Well, yeah, okay.
Well, this was during the NBA era. I think Stance had like the NBA contract for a year.
Yeah.
This is when that happened. So, number one brand at that time has to be the NBA.
Right.
Here's another one. This is a basketball sock.
Okay.
This one is labeled for the right foot. And as you can see,
It's on the
the
outside.
logo would be on the outside.
Yes, yes.
Left foot also on the outside.
Those
This
are
is an
some tall
unopened-
socks, by the way. Holy
These socks are like these are like Kyle Korver tie-dye socks. These are insane. These are only worn under a boot, if you ask me. And then this is the mystery. Here, okay.
Oh.
unopened. I didn't open these because I couldn't figure out where to put the logo.
Tune in for Poppin' Socks later today on our YouTube feed.
See, just labeled large. Just large. This is just a normal sock, big sock for my big feet.
Yeah.
Choose your own adventure. You putting the logo on the inside or the outside? You can do it either way.
Oh, because I see what you're saying.
I would go logo on the inside.
Yeah.
Because I do like the idea.
Because you're a model.
Yeah, I'm always modeling the insides
Always crossing
of my
your
ankles. But yeah, it's like stance. Make up your minds.
I think they're
Where you
going
putting
for
your
the
logo?
most
Take a
visibility.
stance.
Take a stance.
will
Take a
say-
stance on me.
Those are big, but these are small.
Hey, man.
Don't sock shame him, man.
How dare you say that to me? This is a quarter sock, bro.
It stretches, man.
I'm not
Yeah, look
speaking.
at that.
I'm not speaking about the ankle part. I'm speaking about the foot part.
What? You think that's a short?
That's a short foot.
As long as a microphone.
It just stretches. It just stretches. I'm with them.
I only order the hugest socks from Stans.
Like socks are weird that way. You ever seen like I mean, so I'm specifically my wife's, but like a woman's like just tiny little anklet sock. They look like they're this big. They look like they're for like Smurfs. But then you stretch it out, it goes on a foot. Normal
Yeah,
size foot.
yeah. I've got a baby and I've got a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
And I say the baby socks will fit on the 4-year-old. We'll stretch.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
They do.
Beach stepping, guys.
Throw some
Put
socks
some
on.
socks on. Yeah. Kick around the sand with some socks on. What's the ugliest shirt you own?
Well, a few years back, we did an April Fool's show where we had to dress as each other for different segments, if you remember.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, I don't own an ugly shirt, but I put on Lee's shirt. And that thing was ugly.
So you were dressed as Lee, and Lee I think was dressed as you, right? Because he's got the Henley on there.
Yeah, if I do remember correctly, there's 4 segments. So we each took a turn dressing as one as ourselves, and then one as each of the rest.
Forgot about this.
Yeah, me too. And then I saw it, and we put some work into
This
this
was
show.
an April Fool's Day show? Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So yeah.
And we put some work into this because we redid the graphics. Usually it would be Trey as the quote-unquote newspaper boy,
Oh, yeah,
but
yeah.
Skeets was
I
doing that segment.
Yeah.
He was wearing a beard.
Oh, yeah. I was standing like where Trey would stand and stuff like that. Yeah. I forgot we did that.
Yeah.
This was a last-minute replacement, though, right? Because they wouldn't allow us to do the thing that we wanted to do.
What was the thing we wanted to do?
I don't want to say it because we may
might
do
do
it
it?
sometime.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't remember.
I don't
I'm
either,
glad
but
we
it's
did
funny.
this, though, to see Lee in
It's funny.
Excuse me, to see Tass in Lee's shirt.
It's very funny.
Yeah, and Trey was just on the other side of Lee there with Skeet's shirt, which was
Little shirt.
a little
bit smaller
little
shirt.
small. It's tight.
tight.
Trey fit into it, though.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Good stuff. So the ugliest shirt you own is a Lee
Yeah,
Ellis
it's
shirt.
a dig. I don't even
love
know.
it.
I'm not even sure if that's Lee's shirt.
JD, what's the ugliest shirt you own?
Yeah, I looked through my closet. I have just the most neutral, boring wardrobe. So I dug up a picture of it's not a shirt. It's a jacket that I wore all through Europe. This is back in I think it's 91. So this was like an army surplus. It's basically a tent that I
is an
put
awesome picture.
over my body. Now, here I am standing. There was some sort of protest going on, and they had all these. This was in Rome, and they had all these cops lined up to prevent people from going over there. So I'm like, hey, man, take a picture of me next to these cops. And as you can see, almost all of them turned away as soon as I went over there to pose. But this jacket it's like a tent. It's like I got it from an army surplus store, and I think that those pockets there are supposed to like put, I don't know, supplies, grenades, who knows? Yeah. But they're filled with stuff, and it just looks like saggy boobs on me. Yeah. Awful. And I wore this in like Rome, like the fashion capital of the world, practically. Embarrassing stuff.
It's pretty cool you were an architect, though. Traveling out with your plans.
Yeah, that was a poster that I bought at the, I believe at the Vatican Museum. Just carrying that thing all the way, like all day. That and a bottle of wine.
When in Rome.
When in Rome.